Morning, everybody. Well, it appears as though the Cardinals are going to sign Andrew Miller. Nothing's official quite yet. I think the deal is supposed to be announced sometime today. I think he has to pass a physical still, which for his injury history, it might be a challenge to pass. But I'm pumped about it. I was hoping that at the beginning of the offseason, I was hoping that the Cardinals would sign either Bryce Harper, trade for Paul Goldschmidt, maybe sign Manny Machado. I'm not a big Machado fan, especially after the crap he pulled in the postseason. And then sign Zach Britton or Andrew Miller. And if you're keeping track, that's 2 for 2 if we sign Miller, at least for my list. They have some more stuff to do, but I mean, their offseason's pretty close to being done at this point. That's an impact arm if he's healthy. His strikeout rate's just ridiculous. He really turned his career around once he got put in the bullpen. I believe Boston did that. I think he was on that 2013 championship World Series team that beat the Cardinals in the World Series, which was very unfortunate. And I've really loved watching him pitch since then. Nasty slider, throws 92 to 97. He has great stuff. He was so much fun to watch in that 2016 postseason when he was on the Indians. He was just a workhorse, and they wouldn't have got there without him. That's why he won ALCS MVP honors that year, which is crazy for a relief pitcher, not even a closer. That just shows how talented the guy is. And, he's long, and I think he's like 6'6", 200-something pounds. So he's a big kid. But he's had a lot of injury problems the past couple of years, it seems like. I know last year he was really beat up. So I'm hoping we're not getting damaged goods. That happens all the time in free agency. Even when we traded for Marcell Ozuna last year, somehow they didn't know his shoulder was jacked up, and he had to play through it the whole season. It really didn't, I appreciate the toughness, but at the same time, you're hurting your ball club when when you're hiding injuries and stuff like that. And I hate when players do that. I understand it in the team aspect, but at the same time, you're also being very selfish. So it's like, you got to be a little honest with your injuries. So I hope if Andrew Miller's feeling something in his shoulder, during the season or whatever, that he opens up and says, hey, I need a few days off. Because he's no good to us if we sign him and then burn him out during the regular season and make it to the postseason, can't even use the guy because he's a big-time weapon. And I believe the deal's for 2 years, and I heard that the third year will be a vesting option. So he'll probably have to appear in a certain number of games, or save a certain number of games, or pitch a certain number of innings. That's usually how those work, and then it locks in that last year of the deal. So I think that's, as long as it's not 4 years, because that's what we did with Brett Cecil. And if you guys have watched him pitch at all, whether you're a Cardinals fan or not, at least in terms, he was good with the Blue Jays, but he's been just terrible with us. He looks so out of shape, and just terrible attitude out there on the mound, and bad mound presence. And Andrew Miller's like the opposite of that. He just goes out there and wants to dominate, and does dominate most of the time, strikes out 15 guys per 9 innings or something like that. Just crazy. Aroldis Chapman type numbers. So if he can stay healthy, man, he is going to be a big time weapon for our bullpen. Really excited to watch him pitch. Really excited to watch Goldschmidt play. Just getting pumped up for the season. We don't have an NFL team anymore, so I have no football allegiance anymore. I really don't watch the NFL much at all. So I'm pretty much just a baseball junkie. I'm not into soccer, and I'm not into hockey either. So it's pretty much baseball or nothing for me at this point. So I love seeing these types of moves. It really gets you excited for the season, and makes you optimistic. And if they still want to sign Bryce Harper, honestly, they could do it. They have the money to do so. A lot of money came out the books with Wainwright. I think he was making almost $20 million last year, and now he's down to like $2 million with a bunch of incentives. So I mean, we saved a bunch of money right there, and we could easily have a payroll of $200 million if we wanted to. We don't need to, but we could. I mean, I go to plenty of Cardinal games and I watch them all the time. We sell out almost every game, and we pack that place, and you know, you can bet your ass people are buying beer and all that. I mean, that club is making a ton of money, and they own the parking garage next to the stadium, and they own Ballpark Village, which is kind of the bar scene down there, and restaurants. Those guys are making so much money. So if they wanted to give Bryce, you know, 10 years, $350, they easily could. I mean, there's no excuse in terms of money. I understand not wanting to commit to a player that long. That's a long time, but he is only 26 years old, so we could do it. I would love if they did. I'd be so pumped up. I think we'd be the team to beat in the National League, without a doubt, if we sign Bryce Harper. At this point, I think we're easily a top 4, top 5 NL team at this point. So, you know, especially if Ozuna gets healthy with that shoulder, and Paul DeJong plays the whole season, and Colton Wong can play more. Then adding Paul Goldschmidt to that, and then Matt Carpenter will be a solid hitter like he always is for the most part, getting on base and stuff. So it's a quality looking ball club at this point. I'm really pumped up for this season. Yeah, so I just wanted to give my thoughts on the Andrew Miller signing. If he does sign, I'll probably take the video down if he ends up signing with somebody else because he fails the physical or something. But fingers crossed that he passes. I'm really excited to watch him pitch, see that slider on TV all the time. It's going to be awesome. Go Cardinals. It's looking like a pretty good ball club at this point. So, hey, maybe we'll get Bryce Harper too. I highly, highly doubt it. I'll give it about a 5% chance that we get Bryce Harper. It's not looking like it at this point, which is fine. As long as they got that middle of the order bat and Paul Goldschmidt, I was happy. So, and then they got a lefty for the bullpen, which we badly needed. If you watched our bullpen last year, it was god awful. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll probably do some more videos here. I love talking baseball. I love talking movies as well. So I might post some movie stuff. I mean, I know a lot of people probably won't watch it, but it's fun to talk about. I saw Aquaman last night. Saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse the other night, so I might do some videos on those, or maybe just talk about some of my favorite movies of the year or something like that. So I don't know, look forward to a few more videos coming up here, and hope you guys have a great day, and go Cardinals. See ya.